This crop top, $6, thrifted. What's up? Hello Earthlings! Welcome to Monty Melon, where we travel the world, live our best lives, and look stylish along the way. Today's video is Hostels 101. If you've seen the movie Hostel, you're probably terrified of them. I, thankfully, have not. So, my first hostel experiences were not that of terror, and I wasn't too scared about them because I did a lot of research. I just want to give you the rundown of what hostels are, how to stay safe in them, all that good stuff. And at the end, I'll give you some tips about booking hostels so you know exactly what to look for when you are booking your hostel on your next trip. Stay tuned. So what are hostels? Hostels are budget accommodation generally for younger travelers. I have stayed in some nice ass hostels. Whatever dingy, weird, creepy idea that you have about hostels, just throw it out the window. I mean, they might exist somewhere, but I don't stay in those hostels. So they have dorm style rooms that can accommodate anywhere from like 4 people to 30 people, 32 people. I think I stayed in a 32 bed hostel once and it was all girls. It was crazy. But generally, the more people in a room, the cheaper the room is. So, you know, there are all girl dorms and then there are mixed dorms. So depending on your preference and what you're comfortable with, I don't care either way. Whatever cheapest for me is usually what I go for. Pricing, I've stayed in hostels that were 10 euros a night all the way up until like 50 euros a night. Usually it just depends on a lot of factors: location, cleanliness, rating, yada yada. I can honestly say that I've never had a terrible experience in any of these hostels. Like, I think one of my most fun hostel adventures was my $10 hostel in Greece. I just stayed 10 bucks a night for an entire week in Crete. Awesome! I met the nicest people, had the best time. But just because it's cheap doesn't mean it's like bad. It's just that maybe it's not as comfortable as you're used to. Some hostels have private rooms as well, but those tend to get way pricier. If you want to book a hostel single room, definitely compare it to Airbnb and hotels first before you book it, because sometimes they're the same price or sometimes they're more. My best friend and I are going to Mallorca this summer and we found that it was actually cheaper for us to get a room in an Airbnb than it was to stay in a hostel. So, always compare prices before you book. Why should I stay in a hostel? Well, you see, when you stay in a hotel, you're paying for all the amenities that go along with the hotel that you probably aren't going to use. Like, come on. If you are on vacation and you want to go out and explore, are you really using the gym? Like, I understand some people are major gym rats, but like, are you really gonna use that gym? I know if there's a huge ocean that I can swim in, I don't want to go to the gym, I want to go swim in the ocean. I mean, it all comes down to your preference and whatnot, but I just feel for long-term budget travel, hostels are your best bet. They're worth your money, they're fun. Hostels are great because you get to meet new people. When you're rooming with a bunch of travelers, you automatically all have something in common. Y'all love to travel, talk about where you're from, your travel experiences, crazy stories. So much more fun to stay in a hostel, especially if you are solo traveling, because how else are you gonna make friends? Can't really make friends as easily if you're just staying in a hotel room or an Airbnb, just saying. A lot of the time hostels have a communal kitchen, which means you can go into the kitchen, put some groceries in the fridge, put your name on it, and then you can make your own food, which will save you a lot of money. Because if you're eating out for breakfast, lunch, and dinner, or if you're staying in a hostel that has free breakfast, but you still probably have to pay for lunch and dinner, it's gonna save you so much if you are just cooking all of your meals instead of eating out a lot. Plus, it's probably healthier too. When you stay in a hostel, your hostel will probably have a free walking tour or free like social events, drinks, or like some have dinner together. Again, it's a really good way to socialize, integrate, and walking tours are really cool because then you get to see the city. They usually run on tips. You get to learn a bunch of historical facts and whatnot. Really good time. I personally always meet the coolest people on pub crawls. I love pub crawls. So definitely if your hostel has one of those, sign up for that because it's always a good time. When you go to a hostel, they'll probably have luxury items, hair dryers for rent, and then they also have towels for rent, but I definitely suggest you bring your own towel. Why would you pay for it when you have your own towel that you can just reuse all the time? The best one is a microfiber quick dry towel. I will link it below so you know what I'm talking about. Basically, if you have to go and you need to shower before you go, it dries really fast, so you don't have to worry about like having a soggy towel in your bag. Some hostels are better than other. It all comes down to your research, your recommendations. Always read the reviews beforehand. Definitely leave leave reviews too, because they're so helpful for other travelers. Safety. Hostels, like 99% of the time, have lockers, so bring your own lock so you can lock up all of your important items. I always lock up my passport, laptop, chargers, because those would definitely get stolen if I left those out. Just important things. I usually leave like my clothes and stuff in my bag and then put it under the bed because I like bottom bunk. I never really worry about my clothes getting stolen because one, those things are totally replaceable, and two, I doubt anybody wants to steal my dirty chonies. Like, that's just gross. Why would you do that? Lock up the important stuff. Don't worry about it too much. Don't get paranoid, but also don't just trust anyone willy-nilly with your things. There will be an in-suite bathroom, so that means a bathroom within your hostel dorm room, or there will be like a kind of locker room type situation where it's toilets and showers, or they will have like separate room for toilets and a separate room for showers so that people can like, do their business in different places, I guess, whatever your needs are. Like, one's not really better than the other in my opinion. It just depends on the hostel. So that is just a quick summary of what hostels are, kind of what to expect. Now here are some tips when you are going to go book your hostel, because these are muy importante. I always use hostelworld.com, not a spawn, obviously. It's just what I use all the time when I'm booking hostels. When you're in Hostelworld, definitely use those little filter things. On the left-hand side of the website, it'll say filters. Click on that and then put in your price range, because you don't want to be looking at hostels that cost like $60 a night. It's not worth it, girl. Get them like $20 to $35 hostels. That's usually what I go for. Less than that, if it's possible. And then definitely click on any other amenities that you need. Like if you really need a laundry facility or something, you could also go either wash your laundry in the shower or go to a laundromat. Sometimes it's just really convenient to have those laundry services within your hostel, and some do, so it's cool if you can find one that has that kind of stuff. Look for something in the city center or close to the attractions that you want to go to. If you want a beach vacation, definitely get a hostel that's on the beach already, so you're not paying so much money for transportation just to get to where you want to go. That's why I was booked in the city center, so I can walk everywhere I want to go and not really worry about transportation too much. Also, it's very helpful to book somewhere that is close to public transit in case you want to get somewhere that's a little bit farther. You can just take the bus or a train, the underground, things of that nature. Once you find a hostel in Hostelworld, go to that hostel's actual website, because often those prices are cheaper than on Hostelworld. They might give you a little discount for booking straight on their website, so try that tip out. Let me know if it works. Done that before. It's not like it's a huge amount different. It might be like $1 or $2 off, but that adds up, so worth a try. Look for hostels with free breakfast. Free breakfast is great because you just fill up on breakfast, you snag an apple and a banana, put it in your bag, and you're set for the day. Maybe you might need to eat lunch, but if you pig out enough, maybe you won't have to eat lunch and then you can just buy dinner. When you're a budget traveler, these things add up. If they have free breakfast, definitely a plus. Like I said before, get a hostel with a kitchen so you can make your own meals, save some money, and eat a little healthier. Wi-Fi is a must, especially if you don't have that in that country, so you can let your loved ones at home know where you are and how things are going. That's a safety thing. If you want to watch my like solo travel safety tips video, I will put it here, because a lot of the times they'll say they have Wi-Fi, but then the Wi-Fi is crap. So look in the reviews, make sure that people are like, Wi-Fi is good or Wi-Fi is crap. If they didn't mention the Wi-Fi at all, it's probably fine. Just make sure that they do have Wi-Fi. In our generation, that shit's important. If they have luggage storage, it's so nice. If you have to check out at 11 in the morning, but you kind of want to explore before you have to get on a train or a flight or whatever, you can just leave your bags with the hostel and they'll put it in luggage storage for you, and then they'll give you like a little ticket or key or something. So when you get back, you can just get your luggage back and be on your way without having to, you know, lug all your stuff around all day. Super! Try to get a dorm room that has curtains around the bed, because it just makes life so much nicer when you know for sure that nobody's watching you sleep. Hostelworld will have pictures of the hostel, so if dorm room has curtains or something that you can close around your bed area, that is much preferred. So look for that. Also in the description they might say that each bed comes with a reading light. Those are always really nice to have too. You know, not the most important thing, you don't really need a reading light, it's just nice. So if you're deciding between two hostels, go with the one with the reading light and the curtain. Read the description and make sure that they have some sort of social event. So much fun, and you really get the whole hostel experience when you have those. Especially for my solo travelers, you gotta make friends somehow, guys. You gotta make friends somehow. shopping. Airport shuttle services, always a plus. Depending on where you're at, taxis and Ubers can be so expensive, so if your hostel has a shuttle service that takes everybody to and from the airport at certain times, sign up for that. That's it for my hostel booking tips and general information about hostels. I will be making a video of do's and don'ts when it comes to hostels, and that will be my next upload, so subscribe, stay tuned for that one. Also subscribe because I'm about to come out with some travel vlogs soon and you don't want to miss those because I'm going to some cool places. I'm going to be traveling for an entire month. Get ready guys, we going hard. Give this video a like if you liked it or found it useful in any sort of way, shape or form. Share it with your travel buddies because you know why not? Especially your travel buddies that may be worried about staying in hostels. Guys, it's really not that big of a deal. May sound a little scary at first, but it's not, and everybody's really cool. You'll have a great time. Please follow me on Instagram and Snapchat and all of that good stuff. See you guys in the next one. Bye.